Fucker. I don't fucking know how to use paint. You know what? That'll do. That'll do. But that's it. That is it. So, as I was saying, like, are you getting hit? Yes, you are getting hit. So you want to roll like fuck. Basically, just hold down the block button and just spam a direction. Left, 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 right, left, left, left. Until you hit the side of a stage. So after you've done that, you go back to, are you getting hit? So, overweight, are you getting hit? No, you're not getting hit. So if you're not getting hit, you should be dashing attack. Just run in there and do a dash attack. It's very, very safe and it's very, very good. There you go. The dash attack hit. If it didn't, roll like fuck. Although you probably don't even need to roll like fuck, actually. You could probably do an option select from there. Well, not an option select, but from there you could probably just go like, well, maybe I'll just do a side B anyway, even if it didn't hit. Or maybe I'll do another dash attack. Maybe I'll do another dash attack after that. Why not? But if dash attack did hit, then go into a side B. And after you've done that, just fucking reset. That is not even an exaggeration, seriously. That is seriously it. That's... Like I say, there's a few characters that you can play like that. Literally, hold forward and press A for a dash attack. Or do a side B. That is it. Dash attack and side B. That is it. 100%. There's nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. And like I said, that's not salt. That's not me wishing my character only had like 2 moves and they could get away with winning like that and stuff like that. That's just how it is. That's how you see people play. And that's what people are winning with. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's Sonics and there's Macs that don't play like that. And there's Sonic and Macs that play much better than that. But what I'm saying is, that's the average Sonic and Mac. That's the average way you see people playing. And that flowchart is like fucking 90% accurate, swear to God. It literally is that. Start of the game, run and dash attack. Oh, well that didn't quite hit, I better roll away. Right, okay, right, we'll try another dash attack again. Ah, cool. Well now I'm gonna do a side B. It's like, right, now they're flown away, I'm gonna run in there, and I'm gonna do a fucking dash attack. Because I need to get back into distance, I'm knocked away, so I'm gonna run in there and do a dash attack again. So what the fuck? I mean, that's what they're strong at. And like I say, to be fair, Sonic and Mac are having an easier time because of Omega stages. Like, if as soon as you put it on Battlefield, or you're playing like, is it Alpha stages they're called and stuff like that? They don't fare as well. And plus, Mac gets gimped like fuck. Like, once he gets knocked off stage, it's so easy to gimp. It's almost ridiculously easy to fucking just stop him from getting back on. Very easy to edgeguard him. Very easy is what I'm driving at. But there you go, dudes. How to play Sonic and Mac in Smash. No insult to the characters. They're both fucking fun. They both do what they're supposed to do very well. But I'm just saying, they have a slightly they can be as simple or as complex as what you want. You can do it the same with any character. I mean, you could say the same about Ryu in Street Fighter. You know, he could just spam fireballs all day. Most Ryus can probably get away with using that to win. The good Ryus mix in a lot more than that, and certainly ain't just dumb fireballs all the fucking time. But the average Ryu that you could fight online, same as like the average Ken will always do fucking Shoryuken, or at least attempt to. Same with like Ryu and stuff like that. And like I say, Mac and Sonic are just that kind of... They're in that vein, that genre of characters within the Smash cast. They like to do dashing attacks. They like to do side Bs, and that's how they keep momentum. And they hit you up in the air, and then they try to do what they can. They both seem to suffer a little bit in juggles, like in the air. It's not quite as good, but certainly Mac's air juggles are terrible. And Sonic, I don't know. Sonic seems to have okay air game, like in the air, but not amazing. But anyway, we'll save the in-depth Smash talk for when Smash actually fucking comes out. From Snake Tales, life is like a hurricane, here in Shadow Moses. Metal Gear's lasers, aeroplanes, snakes come always blood. My Silver Mystery, Patriots rewrite history. Snake Tales, woohoo! Nice. Great parody, sir. Very, very good. Very, very good. Nicely constructed, sir. I like that. Very good, very good. And from Little Jaff. For fuck's sake, OTG, are you ever gonna let this go? I haven't attached to anything. I mean, like, a grudge-wise. I assume against Little Mac? No, I don't have a grudge against Little Mac. I've got to be honest, I had a grudge against Little Mac for about a day or two. Because it was just, like, unpunishable and just fast as fuck. Like, there was the same, like, problem I was saying before, like, Little Mac and Sonic just ultra fast with ultra recovery, which makes it very difficult when you're both a beginner to the game. And, I mean, the online factor's not really a big deal there. It's only, like, it only has a slight factor when you're, like, going, like, from Europe to America, but even then it's still more than playable. It's just that it's like, it affects your timing, like, your response time against, like, really fast characters. But, like I said, I had a beef with Mac for about a day or two. His recovery is quite sick. It's like a pub stomping kind of... Anybody that plays, like, Dota or, like, League and stuff like that, you know, there's, like, certain fucking heroes and characters that are just excellent at smashing new players. Like, new... It's not so much that the character is overpowered, it's just that the character is... and operates in a way that newbies can't really see what's happening. They can't really react to it. I mean, that was my major beef, and as time's gone on, it's not quite so beef so much anymore, and not at all. And especially seeing Zero's Kirby just gimp the absolute shit out of Mac, like, it's not even funny, like, Kirby just knocks Mac off stage at, like, 15-20%, you're gimped, you're dead. And then Mac will respawn, and Kirby will do the same again. He will just float in the air, kick Mac off stage at about 15 or 20%, and then Mac is dead. So, it's like, well, Mac clearly is not overpowered. Especially considering, like, you know, Omega stages, though will be used quite a lot, will be toned down a little bit, and more of the other stages will be put in and stuff like that, and Mac will lose a lot of power once Omega's not, like, all the time 100%. I mean, I love Omega stages, but it does change the balance of the game quite dramatically. For certain characters, especially. But nah, no grudge against Macro like that. Like I say, it only lasted like a fucking day or so, and even then, not that much. Wouldn't really call it a grudge, more of a... Like I say, I knew what the deal with Mac was almost immediately after fucking whining him and shit like that. It's just the fact he's a pub stomp hero. He annihilates lesser skilled and not so savvy folk at the game. He just stomps them. Absolutely stomps them. What was the rest of this here? Just because you are a Bowser scrub and cannot win against any characters in a poo. I like Bowser. You can say a character is op and cheap. Get good or get gone, scrub. No, I don't say any character is cheap as such. Like, even even when I was just saying there with the flowchart and stuff like that, I wasn't calling Sonic and Mac cheap. It was more like a statement of how they can be played and still won with. I'm not saying that's cheap. I'm just saying that's what you can do, and that's how a lot of people play them. It's not so much cheap, that's just the way that some folk either choose to play, or the only way that they know how to play yet with them. So, like I say, not so much cheap or anything like that. I don't think I've called any character cheap. I did think Little Mac was overpowered briefly. Like I say, a day or two, I did think it was overpowered briefly, and I've reined that shit in since. I mean, everybody has a period of, like, new game. There's always something that... Everybody's on the lookout for what's overpowered. As soon as a new game comes out, everybody wants to see what's overpowered. Like, oh, well, that seems strong, or that seems strong. And like, instantly, it's like, well, no, actually, even if he is overpowered, you can't tell. For weeks, sometimes even months, what's actually overpowered. So, it was like, actually, like, nah, I'm wrong on this one. I mean, I'll put my hands up and admit. You know, like, yeah, I got fucking newbie slayed. I was a fucking newbie, and Max slays newbie like nothing else. I think Sonic's actually a really good newbie slayer as well. They just can't read him and catch him where he's going and shit. And, he slayed the shit out of me. I just could not figure out what the fuck to do, so... I went to the fucking forums, I watched a fucking load of videos, spent a bit of time fucking playing online, and started to see his shit a bit more, started to figure out... I mean, Mac's still damn good. Even now, Mac can still wreck my shit. Still fucking wreck my shit, but not too bad. Certainly better at countering him now. And at least, like, you knock him off stage and you go, right, I'm gonna fucking get him now. I know I can get him, he's off stage and shit. There's lack of experience. Sonic, however, is still a bit of a puzzle to me. I'm not quite sure how to fuck him over as much. Slow bro, did you figure out Smash 15 years late? Yep. I'm so late to the party with Smash. So fucking late. But this is what I'm saying, like, I've only been playing Smash for like 3 weeks. Something like that. Literally from scratch. So I think I do pretty alright. I do pretty okay considering I'm absorbing knowledge and shit, like left, right, and fucking center. And I had me wine at Mac, and he is the pub stomp character, he's the poster child for pub stomping, so it's no surprise that if anything, it was going to be towards Mac. I had my little wine, and then instantly realised, well not instantly, you know, after some debate at that point, you know, realised that actually this is scrub level. You don't really know the game yet, but you're calling what's overpowered or a bit strong stuff like that. It's like, hey, don't get me wrong, fucking he is strong against newbies, and he does have excellent recovery, and he's incredibly powerful on flat ground. But he's not overpowered. Certainly not with the way that anybody's playing him yet, and at least anyway. I fucking fuck knows what it's gonna be like in a year's time or something like that, but for the moment, he seems alright to me. And, was that it? Oh yeah, get gone scrub. Fair enough, fair enough. Thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you very much. And like I said, I better get through these tips. That was like a 20-minute detour there about Smash or something. I apologise. I was reading these tips. I apologise. Oh no, well, no, it wasn't so much a detour. I thought I just went off randomly. We were reading Alpha's tip. I thought it went off randomly. But no, Alpha was talking about Smash. Are you going to try those games I linked in the shout box a while ago? I think I bookmarked them, dude. I think I bookmarked them. Totally Spookies and Rivals PT. Must be a fucking good game at Rival PT. I've got to be honest and voice skepticism there a little bit. But sounds good though, dude. Sounds good. Thank you very much, Alpha. Very kind as always, dude. Kargarok, drunk Minecraft time, or maybe it's 80s cartoons. Oh, well, this was doing a drunk stream, wasn't it? Yeah, I think Minecraft might have been alright at that point. Minecraft might have been pretty funny, but I just got too fucked. And the 80s cartoons, I think everybody's seen my 80s cartoons run at least like 2 or 3 times by now, so probably no 80s cartoons for quite a while. Because I shouldn't be drinking for quite a while, so that is probably going to be the case. Thank you very much, Kargarok. Oh, Joker as well. We talked to each other, question mark. I just thought we all said, fuck Jaffin, dude. You are gonzo. Good game, mate, good game. Context. You know, I don't think I was even downstairs still at the time when you said this, so I'm not quite sure. I mean, what was I saying something about the community and that it's great because everybody talks to each other and stuff? That seems to ring a bell, that seems to ring a bell. But I'm struggling to remember the context for that one. I think that was it. Well, thank you very much, Joker. Alpha again. Honestly, Claire almost sounds like drunken OTG to me. What with the same pitch and odd mumbling that goes on. You and Claire just aren't the same person, are you? I can honestly assure you that we are not the same person. I can honestly assure you. Then again, the proof was last stream. Proof was last stream. Thank you very much again, Alpha. I got a couple from Outlaw here as well. Greatest Ramble... What's this? Greatest Ramble end of OTG on stream ever. This is historic. Thanks for taking over, Claire. Claire did a great job. Claire did a great job. Because it's pretty nerve-wracking to some people, isn't it? Like, you know, they used to... Like, if they do stream from time... Even if they do stream from time to time, they used to stream in, like, you know, 5, 10 people or something like that. It might sound like no, but... You know, if you're used to streaming for like 5 or 10 people, it can be daunting. Like, you know, there's like 200 people there. And it's not my stream, it's somebody else's stream. That can be daunting. And she did alright. She did alright. Solid loss. She did good. I don't remember if I had a ramble at the end there, but it sounded pretty good. Or it was Claire's rant, one or the other. Thank you very much, Outlaw. And you also said this. OTG wanted to say... Or OTG wanted to say, take care of yourself, man. I had a lot of people say that to me recently. It has sunk in, dudes. Thank you very much for the concern and, you know, the well wishes and everything else. I need to do like a cast or something like that on YouTube and like say all this kind of stuff. But like I said, cheers for all the like the well wishes and such. Been really, really nice, and like I say, it has actually sunk in. I think my problem is I kind of have very little self-regard. You know. It's like, would that be fun? I have a very simple flowchart. Very, very simple life flowchart. Is it fun? Yes or no? If it's not, repeat. You know, go back to the beginning. Make it fun, or find something else that's fun. If it is fun, carry on doing it. Is it doing damage? Well, that's not even on the flowchart. We don't add that bit. Like I say, very little self-regard in that front. But it has sunk in now. I can't do that shit. I can't do that shit no more. I can't. You know, eating, fucking, and drinking, and, like, I used to smoke like a fucking chimney. That kind of shit. And not exercising, and almost relishing it. You know? Can't do that anymore. I ain't 20. I ain't 20 no more. You know, when I was in my teens and my 20s, and I always having a laugh at, you know, like, people would have a laugh, like, you'd be at LAN parties, or, like, your friends, or your family and shit like that. They have a laugh at, like, you just complete reckless regard for doing anything. And they'd say to you, like, some of your older friends are like that, and, like, at LAN parties, so I used to have folk, like, the older guys say to me, it's like, you're late in age, and you won't be able to do that shit no more. I was like, nah, like, you fucking will, because I used to say the same fucking thing. You think you're fucking indestructible. And then you hit a certain age, and then you start to realize, like, holy shit, actually, no. Not even close. It's really weird. It's been this, like, I think it's been the past 2 years. Past year and a half or something like that. It's gone, you ain't as fucking young anymore, man. I ain't old. I'm only 30 fucking 1. I'm 32 in January. 32 in January. I ain't old. I ain't old. Certainly not in mind, Jesus. Certainly not in mind and heart. Very much a kid. And, like I say, it's been last year and a half, it's like, and I've gone like, shit, man, like, you can feel the vulnerability, like, you know what people would say to you when you were younger and shit like that. You're late in age, and you won't feel that level of indestructible, like what you used to do. And yeah, I don't anymore. I don't feel that level. Like, I used to drink like 9, 10 strong coffees a day. Like, I could go for fucking so many roll-ups. This is alongside the whatever shit that'd taste nice. I didn't give a fuck. Do you know if it was good for you or how bad it actually was for you? No fucks given. Completely, as far as I'm concerned, indestructible. Just do what's fucking right for fun. Fuck it. And this past year and a half, there it is. There it is. I see what they were saying now. There it is. It's so funny like that. It must have been at least 5 people over my life have said, like, you won't fucking have that forever. You won't. And they were right. They were right. But like I was saying though, dudes, cheers for the well wishes. I honestly think if it had been left to my own devices, I'd have just carried on taking the piss until I'd have probably been hospitalised at some point. I don't know. Something like that. I think I'd have pushed it to the point, as I always do, I push it to the breaking point, and then I push it a little bit more, just to see how... It's like, if X was the breaking point, yeah, if X was the breaking point, but it's not strict, it could go more, but chances are it's not, I'll still push it to a Y. And it's like, look, Z is definitely the breaking point, you're not going to get away with any further than that. You could try. We could see. Feels a bit conformist to not even try. You know, like, gambled this far, why not a little bit more? Yeah. I am not promoting that kind of mentality. I'm just saying, you know, you are who you are. I wouldn't tell anybody to fucking be different or not to do this or to do that and shit like that. And I expect the same in return. You know, people have their own fucking traits. I've got my own fucking traits, and that's one of them. That's just how it is. Oh, that's how it was anyway. It's taken like a year and a half, and specifically 9 months of illness. Even after all what I've just said there, it's taken a year and a half of poor health, 9 months of very poor health, countless people and doctors saying, you've got to stop this, Liam, you've got to stop doing that, you can't take the piss anymore. And to cap it all off, it took me drinking 5 streams in a row and eventually massively overdoing it to the point I was pretty much in agony for about 2 hours. And at that point, it was during during that crippling agony that I had a brief moment of clarity. And it was like, you're fucking stupid, man. As fun as it might be to fucking do shit like that, you're fucking stupid. You can't anymore. You just can't. You're daft. Stop. And it was like, you know what? I think you might be right. I think you might be right. I did not enjoy that couple of hours. That was not fun at all. It kind of makes my blood run cold just thinking about it. That was fucking horrible. Terrible. Hey, we're fine now though. We're fine now. Fuck it. But as I was saying, in a nutshell, cheers for all the support, dudes. Like I said, oh yeah, and on top of all that, it was people hammering at me over the past year as well, like, stop fucking doing this and stop doing that, for Christ's sake. You're gonna fucking, we don't want you in hospital. You know, streams are infrequent enough at the moment as is. That's the last thing we fucking need, you know? Which is entirely fair play, entirely fair play. Like I say, cheers, dudes. But if you have to drink just so you don't feel pain to get through it, that's worrying. Hope your health recovers. Stay easy. Oh, that was the last. Oh, that was the last tip of the last stream. Oh, well, there we go. Like I say, thank you very much, anybody that tipped during the last stream. And my apologies. Like I say, it ain't right that I didn't read it out at the time, but you saw. There was definitely a reason. You saw. I was like, holy shit. I watched the video a little bit, and it was the bit where I was in the background with my head just fucking hanging down. I'm like, you sorry motherfucker. I have never felt bad for myself, except for when I felt sorry for myself the day after the drunk stream. Like I say, the stomach agony for a couple of hours, and I didn't eat for about 30 hours. I could not eat. It was fucking horrid. I felt a bit sorry for myself then. When I was watching the video back, looking at how I was and shit like that, just sat in that chair, just swaying with my head down, it's like, oh, dude, I fucking, oh, that's horrid. Even I felt bad. Even I felt bad for me there. And I don't have, like I was just saying, I don't have much self-regard. I have no mercy when it comes to myself. No fucking mercy. Very brutal. And, you just, like I said, I was looking at myself, it's like, you sorry state, man. You're in a fucking sorry state. You poor motherfucker. Entirely self-imposed, though. What can you do? Not only was the entire thing self-imposed, but on top of that, I took the stupid drinking bravado, thinking that Norwegian Wolf had challenged me. He did nothing of the such. Nothing. He inquired how drunk I was, and I took that as a challenge to get more drunk. What the fuck? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Funny though. Funny. You see, I mean, regardless of all that I'm just saying there, you know, I can't do this again, stuff like that. Don't take it from me like I didn't enjoy what I did, because I fucking did. It was fucking hilarious. I've got this mentality where if something you did ever entertained or was funny to people, it can't have been that bad. And obviously there is caveats to this. You know, like, if you were at a Nazi convention and you made some kind of Jew joke, that's not quite the same as what I'm saying. You know, like, just because you made somebody laugh you know, with some kind of, like, anti-Semitic joke at a Nazi convention, that's not quite the same as what I'm saying. But, you know, there's some, like, light-hearted humour that gets taken a bit, like, not saying mine so much, not that I know of anyway. But, you know, you hear some jokes and people are like, ooh, no, I don't know about that, it seems a bit, like, poor in taste and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, but you laughed. You fucking smirked and you had a laugh to begin with, so how bad was it really? You know, like, drop the PC shit. If it was funny, it was funny. You know? I can't actually remember what the overall point of what I was making there was. What was the overall point of what I was making? I can't remember. Either way, oh yeah, I remember now. In a nutshell, I don't like comedy being stifled. That's the nutshell of it. I don't like comedy being stifled for the sake of political correctness. You know, you'd make a fucking room piss themselves, but then the guy'd land in shit because his joke wasn't PC. It's like, why? I mean, I don't know. It's so weird because sometimes it ain't right, regardless of how many people would laugh. But it just seems like 9 out of 10 times that somebody would complain about a joke, it was just complete hash. Just bullshit. There wouldn't... Whatever little room there were for what there was for complaint was completely annihilated by the fact that people laughed and were entertained by it. So, like I said, don't get me wrong, like, there's exceptions to the rule. But I gotta be honest, not many times do the exceptions actually come in. More often than not, it's people getting bent out of shape for no reason. That was the gist of it. I don't know how I got onto that, but that was the gist of it. I don't even... Like I said, I wish I could remember how I got onto that. Maybe I could add some more context to that overall, but fuck knows. I don't know how I got onto that. It's always a bit of a pet peeve of mine, though. When you see, like, comedians and entertainers getting shit for, you know, like, a joke that was funny and didn't hurt anybody's feelings except for people that want their feelings to get hurt. And there is a massive fucking group of people nowadays. I don't know what's happened in the past few years, like past like 5 or 6 years or something like that. And political correctness, wow, what the fuck has happened there, man? It was barely a term until like the last 5 or 6 years ago, and now I think you'd struggle to ever find a person that hasn't got annoyed at some form of political correctness. It's fucking weird. Don't know where it's come from. And thank you very much, dude. So we've got also points again. You're very kind, dude. Very kind. I just watched the replay of when Claire scared the absolute diarrhea out of you when you were playing PT. Never gets old. Holy fucking shit. She wins the award for biggest jump scare on HTSF, man. Hands down, that is the scariest thing. And certainly the loudest I've yelped. I think that's the loudest I've ever fucking, like, yelled out in, like, shock or fright in my entire fucking life, especially on HTSF. Definitely. Yeah, she made me shit my pants. Almost. Very close. I was into the game. And then some scary motherfucker peeps around the fucking door and makes a noise. What was I supposed to think? It was crazy. Made me fucking crap 'em. Thank you very much, also points. Like I said, the PT stream, very good. I really enjoyed the PT stream. That was great. That was a fucking awesome game. I'm so looking forward to the full thing. Holy shit. Like, games that Liam is just biting. Fucking biting at the teeth for, man. It's, Bloodborne, Metal Gear Solid 5, PT, and Smash. But that's out in, like, 3 weeks, is Smash. No. Yeah, well, 3 weeks and a couple of days. 28th of November for the European version of Smash Wii U. So I'm not really, like, come on. It's not so bad with that, because it's only 3 weeks away. But Bloodborne, Metal Gear Solid 5, and what was the other one?